Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to go over what I discussed on Tuesday evening, and I'm going to load it in the chat because some of you weren't here on Tuesday night. And that is related to what we're discussing this evening. Long suits bring in tricks. I'm just going to load the hands for you to see. 1 second. Let me get them in. I don't know where it is. It should come in here. There it is. Okay, they're the lesson hands for tonight. And we're playing 5, 6, 7, and 8. So using length in suits and using our percentages helps us to make extra tricks. And we've got to use this all the time, the odd and even rule. So what we do is when we have an odd number missing, okay, I know you heard this on Tuesday, but it's good to remember 3, 5, or 7 missing, okay, they will break very favorably 68% of the time the way you would like them to be. Okay, and this is how they would break. If you had 3 missing, it would be 2 and 1. If you have 5 missing, it'll be 3 and 2. And if you had 7 missing, it'll be 4 and 3. So when there's an odd number missing, it's very favorable and it's 68%. And we're going to use the odd even rule for all our extra tricks that we want to make, the over tricks. And tonight, being in long suits, setting up tricks in no trump or in suit contracts, I will show you how it works. But what happens when you've got an even number missing? Well, that doesn't work so well. Why? Because 32% of the time, okay, if you have 2 missing, they won't break 1 and 1. They usually break 2 and 0. If you have 4 missing, they won't break 2 and 2. They usually break 3 and 1. And if you have 6 missing, they won't break 3 and 3. Only 32% of the time. They'll usually break 4 and 2. And that's the even number. And I get everyone to remember EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. I love cooking, and that's my passion as well as bridge. So I always think of Rachel Ray, EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. And that stands for even breaks odd. And now you won't forget it. Even breaks odd. And that's how you'll remember when you've got an even number missing. So when the odd numbers are missing, we always use our 68% of the time. When there's an even number, you've got to start looking at the bad distribution. So I'm going to load the hands for you now. And we're going to play hand number 5. And if there are any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Okay, on hand number 5, North is the dealer and passes. And East has got a really good hand and opens 1 spade. Pass by South and 2 spades by West. Pass by North, and you're going to go to 4 spades because now your hand goes to the moon. And you know you have enough, an opening hand, a very good hand, opposite 6 points, and that's enough for game. You've got, I think it's 19 high card points or 18 high card. With a singleton will give you 21, and 21 and 6 is enough for game. So make sure that you're always in game on this hand. And we're going to get the lead of the ace of diamonds from ace king. So we look at our losers. In the spade suit, we have no losers. In the heart suit, we have 1 loser. In the club suit, we have 1 loser. And in the diamond suit, we only have 1 loser. because we always plan which is the master hand. Before you play any hand in a suit contract, always say, which is the hand I want to make the good hand? And that's the hand usually with the long trumps. So we're going to use the diamond, and they're going to play the king, and we're going to trump it. Now, the main priority on this hand is we cannot get rid of a heart loser because we have 4 clubs opposite 4. So we need to draw the children off the streets. We had 8 between us. How did we want the spades to divide? There were 5 missing. 68% of the time, they're going to break very favorably. So let's play to the high card from the short side, although it doesn't matter on this particular hand because we've got all the good spades. Let's get the children off the streets because that's our main priority on this hand. And now we'll play the king. And now we've done our job. Now the next thing to do is to do promotion. Get out the ace of clubs. So you're playing the high card from the short side. They're the same. The only thing that could break us is if the clubs do not break. But there are 5 missing. So hopefully 68% of the time they're going to break 3 and 2. And they're going to come back a diamond. And we're going to trump it. And now we're going to pray that the clubs break. 3 and 2, just what we want, an odd number missing. And they did. And now we can enjoy our last club. And we'll use a little 7 of clubs, just remember. And now we go for the king of hearts and the ace of hearts, and we'll give them the last heart because we've got no more trumps on this hand. And then that's it. We make exactly 4. Are there any questions on this hand in the bidding and in the play? Any questions, everybody? Any questions? No questions? Okay.
I was just happy I learned enough from you that I made the 4.
Oh, I'm so happy. Good, good, good.
Thank you,
Excellent,
Linda.
excellent. All right, so we're going to go on to hand number 6. Each one's got something in them. I love suit establishment. It's part of the best. I always make more than everyone else because I use my odd even rule all the time. It really helps a lot. Okay, so on hand number 6, East hasn't got enough to open and is going to pass. And South is going to open the longest minor, 1 diamond. Pass by West. And now what does North bid? Now this is really important that you are looking at a 4-3-3-3 shape. That is called a no trump shape. I don't want you to bid 2 diamonds. I want you to bid 1 no trump. That's a no trump shape, a 4-3-3-3. Partner or pass. Because 14 and 6 is never a game and it's enough to play in 1 no trump. You're also flat, 4-3-3-3. And now we're going to lead a major. They never bid a heart, they never bid a spade. I will never lead from Queen 3rd, Queen 10 3rd, definitely, definitely not. But leading the Queen of Hearts is standard, top of a sequence. So now we have to look where we can build extra tricks. In the heart suit, we have the ace and the king. That's 2. In the spade suit, we have the ace and the king. That's 4. We have nothing in clubs, but let's not worry about the club suit. We have the ace and the king of diamonds. That's 6. We need one more trick. Now, normally when people lead a suit, you usually like to do a hold-up play. But I don't want to hold up on this hand because I've got a second stopper. So once I have a second stopper, I think it's essential that I get to work. And where am I going to build up an extra trick? Well, I'm not going to build it up in the spade suit. I've only got a 3-3 fit. I'm not going to build it up in the hearts. The clubs is forget about the clubs. We have an 8-card diamond fit. If they break 3 and 2, we can set up an extra trick and then we're going to make one no trump. So let's take the king of hearts. Don't tell them you've got the ace. Okay. And now you play the ace of diamonds. And then you play another diamond. And that did break. So that worked out that we can set up our extra trick in the diamond suit. And what are they going to throw away? They can throw away the 4 of spades. They can throw away the 6 of clubs. It doesn't matter what they throw away. You're going to pursue the hearts because you want to knock out that ace of hearts, and then all your hearts will be good. And now you can enjoy your little diamond. And that is called suit establishment, everybody. Setting up that 8-card diamond fit. And now you're going to run for your life. You've got 5 tricks. Take your 2 spades and say you can have the rest, everybody. And now you can really have your contract. And the rest is theirs. We've got no more tricks coming to us. We've made 7, and that's what we want to do. So if everybody's happy with that, please ask me any questions on board number 6.
Okay, we were defending, and they did make 1 no trump, but they ended up bidding 2 no trump because they went 1 diamond, 2 diamond, and then South corrected it to 2 no trump.
Wow, South
but my
doesn't have
question,
18,
so
19.
I know they didn't do that the best possible way. But my question is then, what should West have led? Would it have? There's nothing that would make any difference, would it?
But who? Oh, I see what you mean. West would have to make a lead.
West made the lead instead. They were playing in 2 no trump. They
I
could
would
not
have led a spade because they haven't bid a major.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
The
But
4
there's
is
no way
spade.
they could have made 2 no trump.
They
nothing.
can't make 2 no trump.
Yeah.
Did they go down?
They went down 1, yeah. Just
Right.
like
Right. 2 no shows 18, 19 over 2 diamonds. So we don't bid again over 2 diamonds. But I don't like 2 diamonds. I much prefer to bid a no trump because that's my shape. Any other questions on the hand?
Yeah, on the diamonds, why didn't you lead toward honors?
It doesn't matter. I've got the ace and the king. I've got the 2 top diamonds.
Okay.
If I never had 1 top diamond, I would lead towards my honors. But once I had the ace and the king, it didn't matter. Because they're both top. I just want to make sure the diamonds break. And that's what I went for.
Okay.
The 8-card fit. I want them to break 3 and 2. And they did. Normally, I always lead towards my honors, but it didn't matter on this hand.
It didn't matter, but you didn't know that, did you?
Yes, I did, because I'm looking at the ace and the king. I'm looking at 2 diamond tricks. I'm in control of the diamond suit. You can duck 1 diamond. It doesn't matter. Early. I only played towards the honors if I didn't have the ace.
Okay.
If I didn't have the ace, I always played towards my honors. Always. That's absolutely mandatory. We play towards our honors.
Okay.
We don't put down honors. Okay, does that help you? Does that help you? I hope so.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're looking at hand number 7. And looking at hand number 7, we have about 19 points. We're going to open one heart. Pass by west. And now don't ever bid a new suit when you have a limited hand. If you have 3 hearts with partner, it is very important that you show your fit at the very first opportunity with a limited hand. You bid 2 hearts. Number 1, you take away the bidding space from the opponents, that it's harder for them to come in the bidding. So I would always bid 2 hearts on that hand. And now if you want to bid 2 spades and come in vulnerable for a lead, you can do that with pleasure, but I'll tell you now that whatever happens, they're going to get to 4 hearts. So let's say they didn't bid 2 hearts. It's going to go pass. You're now going to add...
Wait, Linda, but is it right to bid the 2 spades for a lead?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because
I have a 6-card suit and 3 honors.
Okay.
I'm definitely bidding for a lead. 2 spades.
Thank you, because I did. Okay.
Without a doubt. I know my partner's got a lead. They've agreed hearts. And I want to steer my partner off to the best lead. So I would definitely bid 2 spades. But some people might not. 2 spades just says lead spades partner. And now you're going to bid 4. You're going to add 3 for your singleton and you're going to bid 4 hearts. And it's going to go pass, pass, pass. And they're going to leave the 4 of spades on this hand. But if they don't bid spades, okay, and they've got natural trump tricks, I would be leading the 10 of diamonds. I'm very averse to leading a singleton when I've got natural trump tricks coming to me. The King, Jack, 9 look very natural, so I don't like leading singletons. I would lead the 10 of diamonds, but my partner bids spades, I lead a spade. And now you know that's a singleton most probably. And let's look at the rest of the hand. We've got to we're not in control of the club suit. We need to get out the ace of clubs. And we want to make sure that we have an 8-card major suit fit. Once we have an 8-card major suit fit, we want to make sure that the trumps fall together. Don't ever ruff with the long trumps in your hand. You want to set up the south hand. You have a 5-3 fit. Let's play for a 3-2 break. Okay? 3 of hearts, 10 of hearts, ace of hearts. Let's draw them together because someone's got a singleton spade. Play another heart. Well, now I don't care if they play the king of spades. Because if they rough and they over rough me, it doesn't matter. Right? And now all we have to do is they'll play the 10 of diamonds. And we will now make sure we get out the ace of clubs. That's called promotion. Knocking out the ace will make the queen and the jack good. And that's all they can take. Nothing more. So never be scared of ugly trumps. Now, if I never got the lead of a spade, I might just give up 1 heart and then play the ace, which is a much better way of playing the trump suit. It keeps control. So let me go back and show you how to control ugly trumps. I don't want you to ever be scared of ugly trumps. These are ugly, but doesn't matter. We've got 8. We want them to break 3 and 2, and let's pretend they didn't lead a spade and they never bid spades, okay? They led the 10 of diamonds. And we go back to the lead. They led the 10 of diamonds, okay? And you play the 2. You don't have to tell them everything. And you take the ace. I like to keep control. I would play the 2 of hearts to the 9 and let them have it. Then when they come back, the king of spades, and you take the ace, now you are in control. Now you can play a heart to the ace. And now you can just run your diamonds. You don't care when they take their heart, because all your diamonds are good. And this is the best way to play ugly trumps. We don't care when they take it. We don't. We just run all our diamonds. And then you can bluff. Maybe you'll sneak in a trick. Will they fall asleep and duck the ace and think their partner's got the king or the queen? They might fall asleep. You never know. And if that happens, you'll really be happy, because now you can play the king, and now you know where the ace is. It's called a roughing finesse, and now you'll never lose the club trick. But if you want to lose the club trick, play the king. If you want to sneak in a trick, play the lowest club. And don't tell them you've got the king and the queen. Okay? And that is how you would make this contract. We're going to lose 2 heart tricks and the ace of clubs. Any questions?
Would you bid a 1-no trump forcing over a 2 spades?
Just say that again. It went 1 spade, 1 heart.
1
or
heart. And would you go 1-no trump forcing?
No, I would bid 2 hearts. I must show my fit at the first opportunity.
Okay.
I never ever bid a no trump when I can show a fit with a fit.
Okay.
Because opener can never re-evaluate the shape of her hand if she does not know that you don't have 3 hearts with her. You might go back to her suit and she'll think you've only got 2. So don't deny a fit with a limited hand.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Anything else? No? No questions on this hand. All right. Let's look at the next one. Suit establishment, my favorite. Let's look at this one. I love it. Hand number 8. West has 20 high card points. You do not need a stopper in all the suits. So you're going to open this hand to no trump. That shows 20, 21. It's going to go pass. And we do not bid minors. We just know that with 7 points and 20 points, we have a game. We bid 3, no trump. Never tell people what you have. They don't have to know anything about your hand. And the obvious lead would be the jack of hearts. Top of a sequence. There was no stamen. So once there's no stamen, I like to lead a major. So let's look at our quick tricks, everybody. Our winners. In the spades, we have 2. In the hearts, we've got 3 is 5. In the clubs, we have 2 is 7. And in the diamonds, we have 1 is 8. Where are we going to get extra tricks from? Well, looking at the spade suit, to expect the spades to break 3 and 3 is only 32%. I don't think that's an option. Let's look at the diamond suit. We have 8 between us. If that breaks 3 and 2, with 5 missing, we can build up a lot of extra tricks in the diamond suit. But we have a problem. We're not going to have an entry. So playing the high card from the short side does not apply to declarer. We're going to win the heart with the queen. We're now going to learn in the money world, you spend money to make money. In the bridge world, we give up tricks to make tricks. You give up a diamond. Give it to them. They'll win it. They'll come back a heart. Now your entry's gone. How are we going to set up that diamond suit? Very easily. As long as we give up another trick, we will have a card to get to that ace. So let's do it together, everybody. Little diamond, king of diamonds, little diamond, and they can win the trick. Now you've left yourself with one diamond to get to that dummy and enjoy two more tricks in the diamond suit. So whatever happens on this hand, they come back a heart, and all the hearts are gone, but we never despair. I'll give away a club. We now can enjoy our beautiful diamond suit establishment. 68% of the time, if you play the ace of diamonds at trick 2, you'll never see your diamonds ever again, ever. You'll never see the diamonds again. So you've got to learn to give up tricks to make tricks, everyone. Well, how do you know what to discard? Do you pitch a club or do you pitch a spade? Well, they pitched a club, so if they pitched a club, I'll pitch a club. And now you're home. You've got already 6 tricks. You've got 2 clubs or 8 and 2 spades or 10, and you're going to make 1 over trick, all because you gave up 2 diamond tricks. And that is how we play suit establishment. Give up tricks to make tricks. Don't just grab all your aces and then you could never see dummy again. Any questions on this hand? None? That was easy, right? Okay. I'm ready to answer more questions and more hands for you. We're very early.
I have a general question for you about bidding no trump. If my partner bids 2 no trump and I have over 5 points or over, but I also have a 5 major, do I go right to
Always transfer and then bid 3 no trump. Always. Never deny a 5-card major ever in bridge. Even if you have 0 points in your hand. You will transfer and pass with 0 points, but you never bury a 5-card major. I just don't show the minors.
Okay, because you know, with a point system, 3 no trump is more than a 4-card major for the.
No. If you have enough for game, you're going to give your partner the choice. You will never repeat a 5-card suit.
Okay.
If you transfer, you've already told partner it's 5. It's your partner's choice to go to 4 of the major or play in 3 no. It asks a question. The question is, partner, if you've got 3 of my major, bid 4 of my major, and if you don't have 3, leave 3 no trump. That's the question.
Even though with my major transfer response, that my partner will not know how many points I have, and with the 3 no trump.
But you're the captain.
Uh-huh.
You're in charge. The one who opens the no trump is never in charge of the game.
Okay.
So you're the captain. You will make the decision. They can't make the decision. All you've done is transferred and asked them to choose.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, thank you.
Pleasure. Anything else?
Could you bring up board 2? We had an interesting bidding issue.
Which board?
2.
2. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know what took place on this particular hand, but I do not preempt with the 6-card suit in first or second seat in the club suit. When I open a preempt in first and second, it's a 7-card suit. Third in hand, you can do what you like. So I would definitely pass the east hand. And we're going to open our longer minor. South will open 1 club. And now I think the west hand should double. It says, partner, I'm short in clubs. I have an opening hand, and I'd like you to bid. Now, over the double, let's talk about over the double. What should the north do? Well, I treat that if I have less than 10 points, I bid naturally. In other words, I want my partner to know that I have at least 6 points and we have the majority of the points. So over one club doubled, I'm going to bid one diamond. And now you're not going to bid, you're going to pass. And now it's up to this hand. We have to bid. We can't pass one diamond. We're going to most probably bid one no trump. Because partner, 99% of the time, will always bid a 4-card major versus a 5-card or 4-card minor. So I don't want to bid a heart or pinpoint what to lead. I will rebid the no trump. Because if this was 15-17, I would have opened one no trump. So when it goes one no trump pass, you're not going to pass one no trump with that 6-card diamond suit. Never do you want to leave one no trump. You're going to bid 2 diamonds. Now, if you don't bid 2 diamonds, East should bid 2 clubs to play and say, I've got a long club suit partner. But otherwise, I think we will get out of here, and it should be 2 diamonds. That should be the contract. What did you play in?
We ended up playing 2 no trump by West. What happened was that North, instead of bidding a diamond, passed. And then East bid 2 clubs, which really threw me, having doubled.
2 clubs is a Q bid.
Well, except that it was a bid by East.
It was open. A club was open by South.
I know that, and East.
So they can't bid 2 clubs.
What's that?
They can't bid 2 clubs.
Well, it happened, so that's why.
Now they'd have to bid 1 spade. What else can they do? Or they could bid 1 no trump. I think 1 no trump's a better bid.
I agree with you. I was just curious how to
I don't
play
bid
it.
3-card suits. I'd rather bid a no trump. My partner told me they've got all the other suits and I'm bidding a no trump.
Yeah. Well, there's no question that seems to be the way to go. But I was curious because I was sitting West, and when North passed.
When East bid 2 clubs, 2 clubs asks partner, choose a major. I don't know what suit to bid. It doesn't ask for no trump.
Oh, okay.
It's asking you to choose a major.
All right.
So I don't know what happened there.
Well, I ended up bidding 2 no trump and we made it, but.
You made it. Good for you.
Well, you get lucky every so often.
Okay. Okay. All right. Who's next? Any other number? West bid 1 no trump. I see someone wrote West bid 1 no trump. Over 1 club. They haven't got a club stopper. Well, how
Linda,
can you bid 1 no trump without a club stopper? To bid 1 no trump, you need a club stopper. And you need 15 to 18. I don't see 15 to 18 in the West hand to bid 1 no trump overcall. So I don't understand how West could bid overcall 1 no trump. I would double. The double's perfect. Perfect double. Okay, any other questions?
Linda, could you just do the bidding on hand 12, please?
Sure. Hand 12?
Yes, please.
Sure. I don't know the hand, so I'm just going to look at it and hope I can follow what's going on. Right. Pass by West. Pass by North. I think 1 heart will be opened by East, a 5-card major. Pass by South. 1 spade by west, pass by north, and now I have an unstopped doubleton. My partner is a passed hand. I'm either going to pass 1 spade or I'm going to put 2 spades, but my partner's a passed hand, and I think I'm just going to pass. How did the bidding go?
I went, we did 1 heart in the east, and then my partner went 1 spade. But then I was worried because I didn't know whether he only had 4 spades. So I said 2 clubs, asking, do you
No,
have?
there's no asking. You're the opener. You tell. You never ask. The opener never asks questions. Only responder asks.
So how do I know if he's got 4 or 5 spades?
You don't. And that's the bottom line. If we're in a 4-3 fit, we'll rough the diamonds with the short trumps. I don't care about the roughing with the short trumps. So I would just pass.
Okay.
Just remember, you tell. You don't ask. Opener shows and tells. Responder asks and listens.
Okay, thank you.
And therefore, you don't want to distort your hand and guarantee 9 cards in the 2 suits when you don't have them.
Okay, thank you, because I confused my partner.
I think so. Okay, no problem.
And
Thank
Linda,
you.
Linda, I suppose at the 1 level, it doesn't really matter if they only have 4 because you're only at the 1 level, right?
Exactly. And that's why I think my partner's a passed hand. And I just don't see any redeeming feature. I could bid 2 spades, but I'm never bidding a no trump with an unstopped doubleton.
Okay.
If I had queen doubleton, I'd bid a no trump, but not jack doubleton.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. I hope that helped.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Good.
Can I ask a question on board 12, this hand that
Yes.
we're on?
Before you leave, would North bid a 2 club after 1 spade?
I don't overcall with 1 honor vulnerable. Never.
No.
When I overcall for a lead, I guarantee 2 of the top honors, and that's the purpose of overcalls. You never see me overcall with 1 honor. It's not good enough. I need at least 2 honors. I'm vulnerable. We don't know how many points the opener's got. Remember, the indirect seat, that seat in the north hand, is one of the most dangerous seats in bidding, because the opener can have up to 21 high card points. So if you're going to come in the bidding like we did on the other hand with spades, that was a good suit. This is a bad suit. So to come in the indirect seat for a lead, no ways will I ever bid that club suit. Never. Maybe balancing later, but not now. Then somebody wants to ask me another question.
Yeah, my question was west passed, north passed on ours, east opened 1 heart, south passed, west passed, and then it was back to me, and if I passed, I was going to leave them in 1 heart. And so in that situation, I did say 2 clubs just because because west passed. So I just thought maybe we've got something here. Was that not a good idea with just the 1 honor?
Let me explain why I wouldn't bid it. For the reason being that I'm doubleton in both majors. Therefore, the chances are we're only opening up the bidding for them to show their majors. I'm not going to come in the bidding vulnerable. I would pass 1 heart.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? But how can West pass? Opener can have up to 21 points. We never pass for 6 or more points ever. Never. Never. So West should never pass. Okay?
Linda, can you do the bidding on hand 10, please?
Hand 10, with pleasure.
Just the bidding.
Sure. It's so interesting to see how people bid, because this is one of the biggest problems in this game. Okay, we have 21 high card points. This hand would open 2 no trump. 20, 21. And it would go pass by south. It would go 3 diamonds. It would be written here, hearts. You have to alert that. It will go pass. And partner will bid three hearts because partner could have 0 points. Remember that. When partner transfers, partner could have 0 points in their hand. Pass. And now you bid 3 no trump. And this is the question you asked me earlier. You have told partner you've got 5 hearts, and it asks a question. Partner, I've got enough for game. You know I've got 5 hearts. If you have 3 hearts with me, please go back to 4 hearts. And if you don't have 3 hearts, leave 3 no trump. And then East will go back to 4 hearts, because not only did she have 3, but she had 4. But if you had a Yarborough, you would pass 3 hearts if you had no points in the hand. And that is where you should be, in 4 hearts. It's a great contract. I think you're going to make 6. Because the Ace of Clubs is right. The King of Hearts is right. So you would, whatever they're going to lead, they're going to give you a trick and you're going to take a finesse. You're going to go to dummy with the King of Spades and you're going to play the Queen of Hearts. And that's the best thing you could do. Any question? You want to keep you want to keep the right hand out because of your King of Clubs. You want to protect that King of Clubs. Okay? I hope you win 4 hearts.
No, we messed it up, but.
Okay, well, you learn by
we
messing up.
We know that's what we should have done, was what you said.
Okay.
We messed it up.
We always learn by messing up. It
Right.
happens. It's the only way we learn. We mess up once, we mess up twice, but the 3rd time we won't do it again. All right, what's next?
Bidding
Can
on
you
9?
review the bidding on board 9, please?
Oh,
Can
I
you
want the
stay
same
on this
thing.
one and
Okay.
answer?
I'm just answering this question. Yes.
Would you ask?
Ask what?
Ask for, ask for aces.
No. I've got 7 points and partner's got 20. That's 27. 27 doesn't make a slam. 33 makes a slam.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Board number 9. Okay, I see 13 points on board number 9. They're going to open 1 diamond. And now, how many points has East got? 19. We cannot overcall 1 no trump with 19 points. The only way we can show 19 points, 1 no trump overcall is 15 to 18. So we double first.
That's what I forgot.
Pass by is south. You have to bid, so you're going to bid 1 heart. And it's going to go pass. And now you've got 19 points. How are you going to show 19 points? Well, if you didn't have hearts, you would rebid 1 no trump. 1 no trump would say, I've got 19 to 21. But now I've got a really good hand. How am I going to show such a strong hand? So the only way you can do this hand is to just hope that partner's got something for you. And don't forget they've opened on your right. So it's important where all the cards are. So you've either going to bid 3 hearts and jump. Partner could have nothing. And now partner has a singleton. And having a singleton, remember I said to you in all my other lessons, if ever you're invited to game, let's talk about a singleton. Let's talk about the 5th heart. Partner didn't know you had 5 hearts. You could have had 4 hearts. So your 5th heart is worth a lot more. You have a singleton that's worth a lot more. So I would never, ever deny the invitation. And now I would bid 4 hearts in this hand. In my sleep. the partner could have no points at all. So 3 hearts shows a really strong hand, and I would never be out of game on this hand. Never. Never.
Linda,
Yes.
why when North bid 1 diamond, why couldn't East have said two no trump?
2 no trump are the lower 2 suits. It's called the unusual. It doesn't exist in overcalls. 2 no
Oh.
trump is called the unusual. I have the lower 2 suits, clubs and hearts, at least 5-5 or 6-5.
Okay, thank you.
Remember the unusual no trump, and a lot of people don't remember it. If they
Okay,
open a club and you bid 2 no, you've got clubs, diamonds and hearts. Never
Thank you.
stays.
Thank you.
So the double followed by a no trump is 19 to 21. But on this hand, you have a fit.
Is that the double followed by a 1 no trump shows 19 to 21?
100%. Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Because if you had 15 to 18, you would have overcalled a no trump.
Oh.
So the double followed by the no trump is 19 to 21.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
That's really important. A lot of people don't know that. It's really important. I hope a lot of you are here to listen to it.
So can I just repeat that? If opponents open and you do a takeout double and your partner has to say something if their right-hand opponent passes, if you say 1 no trump after doubling, you're showing how many points again?
19 to 21.
Oh, wow.
And a
Okay.
guaranteed stopper in the suit they opened. Guaranteed. Because if you had 15 to 18, you would overcall 1 no trump.
Okay. And so in this hand, when they said hearts, let's just say one of those 4 hearts in
Oh, well,
East.
we've got a fit.
And if you didn't have a fit, then
I would bid 1 no trump.
the 1 no trip, and that's showing the 19
19
to
to
21.
21.
Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other messages? Okay. Everyone's finished? Right. I want to thank you all. Next week, I'm just going to remind everybody next week that we're going to do part 1 on finesses. We're going to learn a lot about finesses, which a lot of people, even after 20, 30 years, still don't know what a finesse is. And I look forward to seeing you then. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
You had
Linda.
a good time.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye.
Bye.